chair recognizes the gentleman from Texas, Mr. Gonzales.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. And I will commend, of course, your fine work and that of the chairman of the full committee, bringing us this far and this quickly, and we'll be moving with great dispatch in the next couple of weeks. I'll make some very general statements first and then be specific as to one issue of great consequence, I think. First, I would hope that all of us will recognize the different challenges that face the different regions of this country. While we all must represent our distinct districts, we need to understand that we are all not similarly situated. I do not have to live in Salt Lake City or Boston or Los Angeles to understand that their situation there may be different than those of the citizens in San Antonio, Texas. I'd like to be specific when it comes to automobiles. We have over 200 million vehicles in the United States, which are responsible for approximately 20% of greenhouse gas emissions. We will start with insisting on greater efficiency of the internal combustion engines, with emphasis on hybrid technology with eventual conversion to battery-based powered vehicles. The question is, how long will this conversion take? What we do know is that traditional transportation fuels will be required during this transition period. To determine the amounts needed during this transitional phase, we must establish, first, number of vehicles in use today using hydrocarbon-based fuels and the duration of their expected use. Because we know just recently what we used to think in terms of what would be the replacement rate of vehicles in the United States has been reduced drastically. And secondly, the characteristics of replacement vehicles. Will they be hybrids, and what type of hybrids? Battery operated, hydrogen cell, alternative fuel powered, and so on. And the technological feasibility of placing sufficient and affordable number of these vehicles in the marketplace. I believe that the inevitable conclusion is that the United States will require an increase in the domestic production and refining capacity of traditional carbon-based fuels. This does not mean that we will abandon our clean air objectives, but rather adopt a transitional approach that allows us to achieve our goals in a realistic fashion. Should we ignore what will be required during this conversion period, we will find that we have created a situation that exposes us to greater dependence on foreign sources of transportation fuels, with the attendant cost to our nation's economy and security. In closing, while a cost-benefit analysis will not be ignored, but we need to understand that increased cost and the required change in consumption behavior by our citizens in this country will not represent insurmountable obstacles to the passage of a meaningful energy reform legislation. Thank you very much, and I yield back, Mr. Chairman.
We thank the gentleman.